Everybody, it's MicheleMarieDalene. It's kind of warm outside today, but not as bad as yesterday. I was going to get one of these yesterday, but because it was going to storm, I chose not to. And I just went to McDonald's instead. Oh, I hit the spot. Big time. First of all, let me write this transaction in my checkbook before I forget. And take care of that. So, you know, for those of you who don't know, every transaction I do, I write them in my checkbook. And it makes it easier, so I don't have to worry about forgetting. So, this is 531. Only thing is that I went to McDonald's yesterday. They said, and it was pretty good, but I was my body did not want to eat all the French fries. My body said something similar to what Johnny Paycheck said: "Take this job and shove it." It's just true, it did. Yeah. My intestinal tract gave me its pink slip, so to speak, in the bathroom. $1.25.29. $125.29 is what's left. $125.29. Anyway, I'm a little depressed today. Not super depressed. Just depressed because it's Sunday afternoon. There's a famous song called Sunday Morning Sidewalk or Sunday Morning Coming Down. And I have heard both the Johnny Cash version and I've heard the Lynn Anderson version. As I got the Lynn Anderson version and Rose Garden album. And what's true with both songs, it's the same thing. There's something about the Sunday that makes the body feel alone. And it's strange when it's true. I don't know why that Sunday is like that, but it is. I slept in as long as I could. And I talked to Rachel a little bit this afternoon. Unfortunately, her sister did not make it. Sorry to say that. Her sister did not make it. She died on her own in the ICU. I mean, they had the ventilator and respirator running afterwards, but it was already too late. She had already left the building, which is terrifying and very, very sad for the family. And I'm really feeling bad for Rachel's family right now. And but I wanted to also talk about something else, and that's important. Is there's a group of people on this channel that have I was watching a video on Brightside, and also another one called Beyond the Light channel. And in this case, it's Beyond the Light that was talking about it. No, wait, it was Brightside I was right. Talking about manipulators. No. When we talk about manipulators, we think of people that are maybe manipulating you to get something out of you. And some of these people are manipulating people because it's fun. And they're doing it and causing a lot of emotional pain to everybody, which sucks because the people that they're manipulating, of course, are aware of it and they don't like it. In some ways, they're acting like sadists. I mentioned this once before about Marquis de Sade. I'm not going to go too much detail into Marquis de Sade, but if you want to look him up, he's famous. What do you think where sadism and masochism comes from? Actually, he was both. The thing is that what is suggested is don't give them what they want. Just ignore them, because if they ignore them, but you stand your ground, if they push it, you stand your ground. And I think that's a great idea, because I know that with my case, I've suffered enough baloney with these people. I'm not giving names. And if you're taking offense, maybe you're one of them. I'm not giving names. I'm not taking names. All right? It doesn't matter. The names are not even an important part here. Every day, people like me go in our lives and we try to do the most basic thing. Survive. And we're looking forward to having happiness and joy. And I really admit I should have brought my stand with me. The stand I'm talking about is the one I made. But I don't know where I'm going to prop this phone up. If I was to prop it up anywhere. What about the window? Yeah, except then if it falls off, it's going to go smash. Also, the sound level, since I don't have an external microphone, it's going to end up turning up the volume a lot. And then there's already a noisy place in here. So we'll have to just make do with what we got. That's all. So I slept in because it's a 4-day weekend. And I'm bored. I have nothing to do. I'm serious. I'm sitting here and I'm like laying in bed and thinking about organs and organ stops and music and oh yeah, computers. I've been thinking about them too because for the last few days I've been trying to decide if I'm going to buy a tablet, a phone, a MacBook, and or something else. And part of me says, well, gee, why don't you go ahead and, weigh the pros and cons of each? And that's what I've been doing. The Android phablet I'm thinking about is a phone and it's a tablet. So it's both. And it's a 10.5-inch screen. It's a beast. And it's about the size, obviously, it's about the size of a little miniature MacBook Air, like a 13-inch MacBook Air, maybe a little smaller than the MacBook Air. But because it's only a tablet, it runs Android. Okay? But it's a phone too, which is great. Not that I really need the phone so much. My experience, however, with OTG on this thing, or OTG on Android in general, is it's a pain in the ass. Okay, if I want to plug in an external webcam, and I want to put my external webcam on a tripod bracket, with my homemade stand, which would fit the camera it means that I have to walk around with a hub, which it doesn't like hubs. Every single tablet I have tried will not work with a lot of hubs for cameras. Cameras want direct USB support. Direct USB 2.0 for 180 megabits per second support, which is fine if you have a couple free USB ports, which on a tablet or a phone, that ain't gonna happen. The newer MacBooks, I'm not talking about the MacBook Pros here, just talking about the MacBooks, they only have one USB-C connector. It's going to have the exact same BS problem, and it's going to be, but I'm not thinking about the newest MacBooks. I'm going to tell you why. I'm really seriously thinking about a MacBook Pro from either 2011 or 2012, because originally I wanted the white iBooks. I know that those are Power PCs, so bite me. Yeah, well, they make a couple MacBooks that were white too, the early ones. And my whole idea originally is to have ones that I could actually do most of my streaming from that, and but I want to stay away from the butterfly keyboards, and I want to stay away from the touch bar. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with the touch bar. It's just, it's not really blind friendly, and I need to set this up to be blind friendly, legally blind friendly for me. I need something that is going to have a separate screen and a separate keyboard, and is going to make it easy for me to see what I'm doing. Then you might say, gee, why don't you go ahead and get yourself a 2011 iMac? I know, you're probably laughing your ass off, right? Well, obviously, the 2011 iMac, or it's also like the last of the most expandable iMacs, is gonna need a main power socket to power it. It's kind of big, even a 17-inch one. Is that this? Yeah, 15 inch. It's still big. Okay. And like I said, it's gonna need a main socket. You gotta carry a separate keyboard, you gotta carry a separate mouse, and then basically, it might say, well, wouldn't that be good for the bedroom computer space? So then you could stream in the wintertime or in the summertime in the bedroom, and I buy this thing, and it probably will be in the middle of November. Okay? So that's not an issue at the time. And what is an issue is that I bought this, is that I'm be stuck with the same bullshit all over again. I'm having to be stuck in the house. I don't want to be stuck in the house anymore. I want to be outside. I want to be outside on the summer days, on the porch, enjoying the breeze when there is one, or maybe at the park, or even McDonald's. Or maybe Dunkin' Donuts. Maybe I might want to stream from here and have a place where I can be able to see the screen, read the chat. Maybe set the phone up, like I said, on the windowsill, like Rumi suggested. And then so people, you can see me, but then I would need an external microphone jack. It just brings up another problem. Some Android phones do not like the iRig great. Both a MacBook Pro, or at least the MacBook. I don't know about the MacBook Pro. Yeah, I think the MacBook Pro. That only has one hole. Supports both the iPhone TRRS connector, and which means that I can plug in my iRig Pre into it, plug in my clip-on lapel microphone, or even plug it into into an iRig Pre mixer. I mean, iRig does make a mixer, by the way, but I could plug it into even my Behringer. Still would have to have an external mains power source for it, but I could plug it into a Behringer mixer or something similar to the one I got. And then I can loop back and do the phone calls to Google Hangouts. Because, unfortunately, that's another problem. Because every time, so many times, Android phones are locked down enough that if you try to stream Google Hangouts phone calls on your tablet or on your phone, I don't know if the Streamlabs will let you do it. I know that the Google's direct YouTube live streamer won't. So that's not going to work. So you get the point. And this is the kind of stuff I've been thinking about. Sure, a 2013 or 2012 MacBook Pro also has standard USB, so I can plug in a USB webcam, external one. Like I said, set up on the stand and basically use the computer to do all the streaming just like I do with my desktop. And that solves a lot of problems and simplifies things for me and for everybody else. But I don't know. I got a few months to decide. I'm really kind of not sure right now because of the situation, what's going on my channel. Is I think that the day is going to come when I'm going to end up seeing the end of my live streams. I think, unless things change. Well, Comedian Jay explained it pretty well in his video. The state of the channel, talking about his channel. That, it's the vanilla bean colada. Now, why didn't I am I going to go to McDonald's now? Probably. But part of me says, I don't want to. We see McDonald's has gotten really expensive. Well, now you see the point of what I'm trying to say is I'm kind of at a crossroads right now. It's summer, I get depressed. I get reverse seasonal affective disorder. I decided to take one piece of advice that was recommended to me, which is simply get out in the sun. Just a little. Walk to Dunkin' Donuts, walk to McDonald's, walk to ABC Pizza if you're there, or go to Noli's, or go anywhere. Just get outside. Don't sit in that house. It's boring. You used to feel like you're sitting in a prison. And that's one reason why the soup kitchen is so important, is that reason. I get a chance to get outside and have a good time. People don't realize how important that is. It's important. So, are we going to do a live stream tonight? Yeah, probably. What are we going to talk about? I don't know. How about the topic I just brought up? About the computer versus tablet versus MacBook versus other. What is other? Well, a couple years ago, I had thought about getting an MPEG encoder. And the reason is that the MPEG encoder can plug directly into my cameras I already have, and without any fancy dinguses or accessories, I can stream directly from my camera directly to YouTube without having to go through software. And that sounds stupid, but it actually makes a lot of sense when you think about it. It simplifies things. And there's two kinds of these encoders. One of them uses internet only, it's a wired connection, and the other one is wireless. Clearly, the wireless one also supports wired too, so you can actually use both. It's a little more money because it's got both, but it means that you don't have to worry about bringing a ton of crap with you. Just basically bring in the 12-volt power source, maybe a 12-volt power bank or whatever, and if you're going to go out there mobile streaming, any camera which runs in 12 volts can be used to do the same job. You can even get versions that support VGA, which is the one I was looking at, does. Plus composite from HDMI. Now, the reason why that's a great idea is because if I'm stuck with my Mac Pro or my Power Mac G5, for example, I could, or even in the Mac Pro, I could plug it into one of the VGA outputs, DVI port, and then I can just set up so that monitor is set up for the same resolution. Now, in case of the other monitor, that'd be something like it's a little wider than it's a 16:9, so it'll be something like 1366 by 768, which is fine. Then that would downscale into 480p or even 720p. And then the camera that's in the living room could stream straight to it instead. I don't even need to use cam twist. I would just basically be able to plug the camera straight into the back of the computer thingy and do its job. Now, another idea was to buy an upgraded video card, a much more modern one with a matching power connector cables for the Mac Pro that I have, that gives me 3 gigabytes of RAM, supports the OpenGL standard that OBS needs, and then I can use it to run both. It supports both 4K Metal and Mojave, as well as so I can install Mojave on it. And that's kind of cool too, because Mojave would be nice to have. So, that's another cool idea. But I still need clothes, and that's still got to be on the list. I'm probably gonna need some new housewares too, some new sheets and things and stuff. So I really don't want to spend a blow wad on my stuff. I might do. The top I really want to spend is about 250, 280 tops of the 600. The rest I want to use for domestics. And I know I got a few months now. I don't have to rush out and do it today because it's not going to be a rush. But something to think about. But anyway, that's it for the time being. Thanks for listening, guys. I'll see you probably tonight around, I don't know, 8 or 10 o'clock. Is that good enough? 8 or 10 o'clock tonight, Eastern time. So for the time being, stay out of trouble. See you soon. Bye-bye.